It's okay to be broken. It's okay to laugh and cry. 'Cause when you try to see the problem, that means you figure it out. And you can say that I'm crazy, that you're thinking already, but I'm telling you, baby, yeah, get up and get out. Get up and get out. Yeah, and you can say that I'm crazy, that you're thinking already, but I'm telling you, baby. And you can say that I'm crazy, that you're thinking already.
And now it's time to get unmasked. Please welcome your host, Pamela Elaine Nichols and Cheryl A.S. Haley.
Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another Unmasked Real Talk Live. This is the place where we get real about topics not often discussed openly. Each week on Unmasked Real Talk Live, we give you an opportunity to share your thoughts and opinions about the topic we unmask. You have our permission to get unmasked with us here so you can feel better, look better, and live better out there. Before I go on, Cheryl, you want to say hello to everybody?
Hello, everyone. We're just so glad to be together with you again. Yes, we just can't wait to unmask this topic on today.
Stay until the end and be eligible for a special raffle. By the way, if you were promised a gift because you won the raffle, you haven't received it, please let us know. We intend to fulfill on every single raffle offer. I just mailed out the other raffles that people won last week and the week before, so check your mailbox. Today's raffle is a copy of the book Queens Who Defied the Odds, highlighting 21 amazing queens whose stories are restoring hope and transforming lives. And I will say that my girl Cheryl is the what do we call it? Contributing author? No, lead author. What's it called, Cheryl?
The visionary author.
The visionary. Cheryl Hurley is the visionary author of the book. Yeah, so definitely purchase it because you will be supporting Cheryl as well as the other authors. As we build community, we are hopeful that you are inspired and encouraged to take action steps that empower you to feel better, look better, and live better. Mm-hmm. Now, every week, we do a challenge based on the topic of this show. The challenge from last week's topic ended yesterday, and we, at that last week's challenge, we asked you each day to post one word to encourage women in our group to live better, one word. And I want to, Cheryl and I want to thank every single one of you who took the time. Y'all were on it, posting. It was so uplifting that you all participated. And if you haven't participated, you are missing out on the fun. Okay, so you have another opportunity this week to participate in the challenge. A new challenge starts today and it ends next Monday, the day before our live. We want you to participate by sharing your experience with the challenge in our members only Facebook group. This week's challenge is a feel better challenge. Feel better. Each day for the next 7 days, beginning today, we're asking you to post an image of a sitcom or a movie or a story or even a person or a show that makes you laugh out loud. We're talking about that kind of laugh, not like, oh, no. That is what we want. Oops, lost my earpiece. Sorry, everyone. That's what we want you to post. For example, every time, and I mean every time I watch the show I Love Lucy with Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz and Ricky, I crack up and I feel so much better. Okay. Now remember, this is based on not only a scripture, laughter that is, but also medical evidence that laughter does good like a medicine. You feeling a little sick? You need to laugh.
Yes.
Okay. So we want you to experience the medicine of laughter to feel better while you help the group members feel better too. All right. So who's down for the challenge? We need to know who's down for the challenge. So for today, for this topic today, we want you to post your comments below as we unmask today's topic. Ask your questions as we go along so that we can address them and maybe give you some good laser coaching as we go along.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it over to you now, Cheryl.
Okay. I'm still laughing. Looking forward to this challenge. Today's topic, everyone, is broken relationships. And I'm sure all of us at some point in our life have experienced broken relationships. Now, there's a quote from Joel Osteen that says, "You must make a decision that you are going to move on. It won't happen automatically. You will have to rise up and say, I don't care how hard this is. I don't care how disappointed I am. I'm not going to let this get the best of me. I'm moving on with my life." Broken relationships. That's good.
That's good, Cheryl. That's good.
It very good, very good. Now, every single week we try to provide you with a relevant statistic or definition and or fact about our topic. Now, relationships, Dr. Shane G. Owen says that relationships involve big investments of feelings, attention, time, and money. Now, losing a partner, a friend, grief, or a job, and it can go on and on and on, can make you feel as though everything you put into the relationship was wasted. Anybody ever felt that way?
Yes.
People tend to find comfort in pinpointing the cause and effect of what went wrong. Unfortunately, because of the complex emotional aspects of relationships, it's often hard to define exactly when and how something went wrong. Without concrete information, which is typically not articulated, people tend to blame themselves and feel that it reflects their overall desirability, says Josephine. The pain associated with a breakup is often exacerbated by trying to backtrack and figure out what went wrong. It's usually, believe me, plus it's usually impossible to pinpoint exactly why a relationship fell apart. And repeatedly combing over the breakup details in your mind can stall the healing process. And again, when we talk about broken relationships, at some point, all of us have experienced it in one way or another. And we're not today just talking about relationships between a male and female. It could be any type of relationship that we consider broken. So, Pam, when we think about this topic, anything that's coming up for you right now?
Okay, I'm gonna just keep it real. But what I was thinking about as you were reading this, as you said, none of us have escaped. At least those who are awakened to our emotions have escaped a broken relationship in an absolute pain. Pain, like you know the song by Diana Ross. Maybe it was Billie Holiday is the one that sang it. Yeah, I think it's Billie Holiday. But it became really well known when Diana Ross did it. Good Morning, Heartache.
Yes.
Okay, so the pain of a broken relationship. Every morning you're waking up with "Good morning, heartache."
Every morning.
You owe me side. I mean, and for me, specifically, when I went through my divorce, married 18 years, 4 children, and I elected that this was a relationship that was never going to work. And I left the relationship, but I was still, and Cheryl, because you were with me during this time.
Yeah.
Broken. Good morning, heartache every single morning. And then when I would go to bed, good night, heartache. I mean, it was just too much. And I did try to figure out what went wrong. And for me, it was like, I'm gonna tell you what went wrong. Everything he did was wrong. Everything he did was wrong. Okay, and we're going to get into the topic, the unmasked real question, in a minute, which is really a trick question. But yeah, that's what comes up for me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on and ramble, but you hit a chord.
But you know what? It was a chord that needed to be hit, because I'm sure that there's somebody can relate to that. And you know, when you were talking about it, and I thought about relationships, and as I shared earlier, relationships could be anything. Relationships between male and female, work relationships. And when you started to sing the song "Good Morning Heartache," the one relationship that really came up for me, and it came up heavy, was a work relationship that I was there for many, many years, and it broke. And I had to leave. And I remember going to sleep with heartache and waking up with heartache, because I had invested, and we talk about investing. I had invested 17 years of my time, my love, my dedication. And it came to a point that I felt, if I own my feelings, I felt as though I had been wronged. Just like I felt as though I had been wronged. I had been not done or treated fairly. So it left me with a pain. And when as we're talking through that, and we want to unmask and we want to make it real for people, that was real pain for me. And it wasn't a relationship between them. It was a relationship with a work relationship. And because, like, if we're going to work, it's a relationship. You know, 17 years, we had a relationship.
Oh yeah.
Broke, it left the sister broken.
I'm have to pat, ladies, because I am having a hot flash. I know some of you will understand that and not think anything of it. We're gonna keep it moving. But let's look at what Jane said. She said, when I moved my church membership, there was a relationship, obviously, that broke in that. I want to know, were you singing the song "Good Morning Heartache"? Did you feel that way too? About the brokenness of that relationship when you moved your church membership. And you know, that's hard stuff, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been at a church for a long time.
Yes.
And then you leave that ministry. It's like multiple broken relationships, right?
Yeah.
Right. She's saying, multiple broken relationships. It's not like just one to one. It's one to many, which might even be harder than the one-to-one broken relationship.
And you know what the thing about it, Jane had put into the church membership, the 17 years that I left the work experience, it also was the church membership. It was also where I fellowshiped at. So it was not just, it was double. And when I just thought, like, that's right, don't forget, it was also was my worship relationship as well. And the fellowship. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. And what happens, I think, is the brokenness of that relationship has a physiological or physical effect on you. You feel it in your body, the pain of that brokenness. And then your mind is trying to, what we do is try to bring meaning, like you were describing in the intro, bring meaning to that broken relationship. What does it mean? And sometimes we make it mean something negative about ourselves, and we make it mean something negative about the other person. So in my case that I just gave, I'm putting meaning like it's his fault. And then some people may be like, I was wrong. It's my fault. I'm a terrible person. Either way it goes, our brains are trying to bring meaning to what happened so we can move on. And sometimes we cannot bring meaning to it. Okay, so we've got some comments here, some good ones too. Okay, so our producer, whom we love, shout out to our producer, Kayla. When I switched professions, it was tougher than I thought. I thought the workplace was toxic and it was busy. Breaking ties with was still hard. Oh yeah. And breaking ties, it was still hard. Yeah. I mean, again, when you leave a group, okay, it's hard when you leave. It's hard enough when you leave or when there's a breakup between a person and a person. But when there's a breakup between a person and persons, that can be really debilitating. We got another comment here.
Oh, yes.
You want to read that one?
Yeah, it says, when I left, I knew I was supposed to leave. My pain was in how I was treated when I let the leaders know it was my season of transition. Suddenly, I was the enemy. Ooh, I felt that.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it looks on this, like they said in continuation, that stayed with me a long time. I took it personally. I thought something I had to be wrong with me. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Hmm.
so that person is on the opposite end of the spectrum from me. It's his fault. And she's saying, no, it's my fault what happened. Either way,
Yeah.
it still hurts deeply.
Hmm.
And without processing that pain, it lodges itself in our cells.
Yeah.
It lodges itself into the fiber of who we are and affects
Yes.
how we think, how
Yes.
we feel, and what we do. Because as you know, Cheryl,
That's right.
we in our group coaching, Think Again group coaching,
Hmm.
we explore this connection between thoughts
That's
and results. Thoughts lead to feelings, how you feel.
right.
How
Hmm.
you feel determines the actions you take,
That's right.
and the actions you take create the results that you either like or
Hmm.
don't like.
Hmm.
But it all begins in how we're thinking about that broken relationship or anything.
Yeah.
Yes, I can relate to that. Yes, of course you can relate to that.
We can
We
all.
can all, yeah. So maybe we should
Yes.
now that we dropped a few nuggets here, maybe we should talk about the unmasked question for today. Sure. What do you think?
Well, I think we should. I think we should. And today's unmasked question is, who is to blame for your broken relationship? Ooh,
Hmm.
who is to blame?
Now, who's to blame? We want to know. Start putting it down because we got something to
Ooh,
say about this question.
ooh.
Yeah. We had one person responded, yes, rejection. Then, rejection. Then found a place in me and began to order my steps. Ooh, that's well said.
I love
Oh,
it.
Kayla J says the devil. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't mean to laugh. Maybe you're really serious that's how you see it. No, that could be real for you. Okay. Yeah, but she's laughing. She's got a laugh face there, so I'm gonna laugh too. Okay, we had somebody say both parties are to blame. Interesting. Okay. No, it's me sometimes. Okay. Sometimes it's you. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Cheryl, in your case, who was to blame?
Well, as I pondered and I meditate on this unmasked question, what came up for me without any hesitation that I was to blame for the broken relationship. And the
Mm,
reason why I take responsibility, because there were things that I saw a long time ago that it didn't have to get to where it got to. And
mm,
because of my unwillingness to confront some truths that were right in front of me, I let it go on too long. And
mm.
the end result was a broken relationship that left me wounded. So I take responsibility and I blame myself for that broken relationship. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to be very distinct and
Hmm.
separate two things.
Hmm.
Because I'm looking at the chat, I'm listening to what you just said.
Hmm.
I'm looking at the chat that I blame myself. And so there are two words that are going around that I want to separate:
Hmm.
blame and
Hmm.
take responsibility.
Hmm.
So if you want to heal,
Hmm. Hmm.
listen to this, ladies.
Yeah.
If you want to heal and get beyond the pain of that broken relationship or any broken relationship that is to come, because as long as you have breath in your body,
Hmm.
you will experience broken relationships over time. I mean, it is just the nature of the beast.
Yep.
But if you want to heal from it or get over it rather quickly, one thing you've got to do is release blame.
That's right.
Because blame is a way to discharge pain. But when you blame, which is you are responsible for my pain, is blame. You are responsible for me not having what I need in life. You are responsible. Whenever you put that on someone else, then you're also saying in turn, you're responsible for my happiness. You don't know you're saying that, but that's what you're saying. When
Yep.
you blame someone else, you're putting that responsibility on them, then you're also in turn, without knowing, asking them to then make you happy, make it all right, make it better. And that is disempowering. What you can do, like Cheryl said,
Hmm.
is take responsibility,
Yeah.
which is different from blame. Well, I didn't do it. He did it. Like, listen, he's saying take responsibility for whatever, for at least your feelings. I take responsibility for how I feel, and what I do with how I feel
Come on.
is so empowering that
Hmm.
it moves you quickly from good morning heartache
Come on.
to feeling alive and renewed and refreshed, and that you can move on and not take it personally. Blame is different than taking responsibility. And we want to encourage you all to
Yes.
take responsibility for either your feelings or your part in the breakup, which or both.
That's right.
Versus blame. Blame is disempowering and will
Yes.
keep you stuck. Okay, let's see. Now that I'm off my rant, let's
I
see what
love
people say. Me partially, them partially. I finally see that when I am moving obediently, not to take others' insecurities on. That's the truth. Yeah, be responsible for movement as soon as God directs me.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that because I can hear in that.
Yes.
I'm going to take responsibility, and that not only is it mature, but it's spiritually mature.
Yes. Yes.
To take responsibility.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hello. Okay, we have a hello. Yeah. So what do you think, Cheryl?
I love that. I love that because what happens is that when we think about the fact that words have power, I love the fact of taking responsibility. And when I took responsibility, and something else that you said that resonates with me, we get our joy back. We get our happiness back because no longer is it tied to you because I'm blaming you. I release that thing. I take responsibility and I'm going on with my life. And what happened is that when you talk about it and we think about what we go through, that good morning heartache and that good night heartache, and wake up after a while, when we begin to process it, it's so empowering to take responsibility. Because when I think about the joy that I have from doing that is so powerful. Before a moment there, I was wallowing in it.
Yeah. And I can hear some people saying, but I didn't do anything wrong. I can hear voices in my head from this take responsibility saying, I didn't do anything wrong. That is not what we're saying.
Yeah.
We're saying if you take ownership, you then are in charge of how you feel, because how you feel determines what you do, and what you do determines the results you get in your life. Okay. So
we got some goodies in here.
We got some goodies in here.
Someone says we must close doors as directed and not stay where we have been warned not to stay. Come on.
Come on now.
We have to recognize a closed door is an open opportunity. Then someone says the responsibility is key to your freedom. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ooh, yes.
Somebody came back and said, yep. They people co-sign. They understand it. They understand your freedom. Our freedom should not be linked to someone else.
No,
it should not be linked to someone else, because that's saying that, well, you have power, you have control over me.
That is exactly right. You're saying you have control. And imagine saying that your former boss had control over you. If you were still walking in that. If I said, sure, your boss still has control over you, that does not feel good. Your ex-husband still has control of you. Your church leadership still has control of you. How does that feel? That does not feel good. That does not, unless you like being the victim. And then you don't want joy anyway, if that's the case. Ooh, did I say that? I sure did. Okay. So Jane says, I am taking responsibility and moving forward. Yes, girlfriend. Yes. Ownership is key. Yes, it is. Ownership is freedom. That is the key that unlocks the door to freedom and happiness and joy, success, prosperity, and all other wonderful treats. Someone said, grow up. That's right.
I was going to say, I heard Common song, the song Freedom. He talks about freedom. That's what we want. But when we release stuff and we take responsibility, that's what we do. Walk in freedom. And sometimes growing up means that we're going to take responsibility. We're going to own our stuff.
Yes, that is so true. That is so true. Well, I think we probably need to move to the takeaways that we want. Here are 3 takeaways. I'm gonna start with the first one. Because it is great. Own your feelings, which is the same as taking responsibility. Listen, relationship breakup is not the same for everyone. The best thing you can do for yourself is to permit yourself to feel all of the sadness, anger, loneliness, guilt, shame, any of that. But these are your feelings. Your feelings. So go ahead and own them so you can be free.
That's right.
All right, number 2, Cheryl, what do you think?
Number 2, just 1 resonates with me, but 2 resonates with me even more. Take care of yourself.
That's it.
Your relationship with yourself is the most important one you'll ever have. A broken relationship isn't just an emotional experience.
Mm.
It also depletes you physically. Take it
Yes.
slow, allow yourself to own your feelings. And while you're owning those feelings, take care of yourself and do for you what you need to do so that you can continue on the healing journey. Remember, take it slow, one day at a time.
And the third, which is related, connected to our challenge this week, is engage in a feel-good activity.
Yes.
Set aside time every day to do something that feels positive, makes you laugh, whether that's journaling or meeting up with a close friend or watching a show like I Love Lucy that makes you laugh out loud. Go and do that. Engage in feel-good activities. I'm telling you, laughter does good like a medicine. You want to heal, you want to move on, laugh. Find something to laugh about. Yeah. Okay.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Somebody.
Oh, wait, we got, okay, yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, somebody put a comment and it said, practice looking in the mirror at yourself transparently as James instructs. Whatever you see, allow the word to kind of allow you to guide you in terms of doing what you need for yourself. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. I need that person to put that scripture in the chat too, because I would love for everyone to know what that particular scripture is. Okay. Oh, I hear the music. It's time to move on to the raffle. Okay, yes. Raffle. Let's go for it, Kayla. Ooh, look at all the names today.
Yes. Dr. Donna G. Christopher.
Is Dr. Donna a contributor? Is she a contributor?
Dr. Donna is one of the contributing authors, so we're going to bless her with something else. But do you think we should probably do it again for someone else?
Yeah.
Because you want to raffle, but you're a contributing author.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's take her. Let's get rid of her and give her something else. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it again. Let's try it again, Kayla. Wait a minute. How many? Wait a minute.
I have 3 authors that are in this. 3 authors in this raffle.
Okay, so here's what. Wait now. Okay. Is she an author too? Okay, let's stop. We gotta stop. Wait, stop the wheel. The wheel's not gonna work.
Okay. Okay, Esther.
Lordy. Okay.
We already want y'all to know y'all queens, all of your queens who defied the odds, but we were like, okay, another author.
You got a lot of authors in there. That's great. Okay. So we're not going to give the author their own book.
We're going to give you something else. How about that $25 gift certificate that she can go out and do something, treat herself to a movie or something to laugh?
Who? Dr. Donna?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How about we give Dr. Donna a Nature Valley sweet and salty crunchy nut? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We'll give her something. Dr. Donna, we'll give you something. It's all good. Okay, so we got to wrap up. Look at the time. Look at the time. We got to go. We spent so much time on that fun thing. Listen, everyone, we're so glad you joined us. Yes. Remember, the challenge for this week is a Feel Better challenge each day for the next 7 days. Post an image of a sitcom, a movie, a story, a person, or show that makes you laugh out loud. We'll see you next week for another topic that we will unmask. So glad you came to join us. See ya! See ya!
that I'm crazy.